Hello, Outdoor State. As a professional skier and member of the POW Athlete Alliance, I rely on my experience in the mountains to teach other people who love the outdoors how to be climate advocates. All 50 million of us.
As a mountain biker, I work with POW because I want to help outdoor enthusiasts like you stand up for the places you live and the experiences you love. I love riding bikes, and I've seen the effect of a warming planet out on the trails. The places I care about are changing.
The Inflation Reduction Act dedicated nearly $400 billion towards clean energy spending. The time is now to implement solutions that are good for our planet, good for our communities, and good for our economy. We have just a few short years to reduce emissions so that we can reach our big mid-century climate goals. The US has a huge opportunity to lead the climate fight and create a lasting legacy for generations to come. Unlocking the full potential of the IRA is a key component of that.
But no need to sacrifice precious time outside to read policy documents. We read the act for you. You're welcome. Here's what to pay attention to.
The IRA passed plenty of provisions to spur the transition to a clean energy economy, but we're not quite to the summit yet.
We need to build more clean energy systems as fast as possible to meet energy demands while reducing emissions. We need to electrify the transportation sector, and we need to repair and modernize the grid. These renewable projects need to be connected to the grid at scale in order for them to actually power the country.
Think of transmission lines like trail networks. Good trail networks can create access to large swaths of land and connect many different places. But trails can become overgrown, and then they impede our progress. They need some TLC. Transmission infrastructure in the US is in dire need of updating and expansion. These new transmission routes can help take clean power generated in rural areas to grids in other communities and populated cities. Permitting reform is really hard, like going out for a 100-mile trail run. You know it's gonna be rough, but it'll be worth it in the end. But reforms should prioritize the well-being of frontline communities and ecosystems that are disproportionately affected by the development of clean energy projects.
Renewable projects help consumers access cleaner, cheaper, and more reliable energy. Projects should be a win-win, with local communities receiving tangible benefits from new infrastructure projects.
To reach carbon neutrality, we need to push for policy at the federal, state, and local level.
Local projects are important too.
Over 90 renewable projects were announced, totaling nearly $90 billion in investments and creating 100,000 new jobs across 31 states.
So how do we do stuff like that? Well, one way is by heading to Washington, D.C. multiple times per year.
Skier here in Washington, D.C. with Protect Our Winters.
In D.C., we meet with lawmakers and staffers to advocate for the outdoors and the policies that we need to protect it.
If the Outdoor State acted together on climate, we would be the most powerful voting bloc in the country.
Developing and deploying new renewable energy projects will inevitably involve public land. If the outdoor rec community is at the table, we can ensure that it's done in a balanced, responsible, and equitable way.
We embrace the fact that, ultimately, the solutions to climate change will be right here in our backyards.
The IRA boosts momentum towards a clean energy economy and helps us quickly reduce emissions, secure energy independence, create jobs, save people money, and strengthen the country's electric grid. Building clean energy infrastructure is protecting the places we live and experiences we love from climate change.